Okay, so I'm Serena Liu, and I'm presenting the Legend of Zelda theme. And I can't be here today, so I'm just gonna do this in this PowerPoint recording thing here by Nintendo, and you're playing as Link most of the time in Hyrule. And basically, just confronted one day, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you're the legendary hero. You've got to save your entire kingdom and the princess." And I find that hilarious. The world itself is incredibly immersive. There's a lot of things going on all the time. There's always new things to do, new things to experience. And one thing that Nintendo does really well is instill a sense of adventure in its games. Because of how you clear dungeons, how it's a sense of victory and accomplishment, learning about the world, discovering its secrets. It's very progressive, and yeah, there's just a lot of things that Zelda has to offer because it has been going on for 28 years. You can see that little sprite progression of Link. And yeah, players often feel very emotionally attached just because of the story. And since all these games are happening within the same universe, everything is really well developed. The world is incredibly detailed. There's a lot of meticulous design. It's really amazing what they can do. So why is this a good thing, and what could we use for CRC? Well, Zelda always has really great art. It's beautiful, especially as we move into 3D gaming and technology improves. I mean, you see watercolor, you see charcoal, you see these dark themes. You can also see cartoons, cel shading, really bright colors. This will visually enhance CRC. As I mentioned, it's an incredibly detailed world. It's basically its own autonomous entity. There's so much going on. There's over 25 races, not even including enemies. And the really awesome thing is that these races all have their own identity. For the journalism, the comic strips, we can interpret all of the members into characters and races and have them take on their unique qualities. I posted the timeline here. This is really interesting. You should read up on it. It kind of unites all of the games. It's not really in order of when they came out. It all kind of splits when Ocarina of Time creates 3 little timelines here. And yeah, it's actually really interesting. I mean, the game even has its own religion with the 3 goddesses and the Triforce. The game has a lot of symbols. When I say this, I mean the Triforce, obviously. These symbols, a lot of things in Zelda are reoccurring throughout the games. The Hylian Shield, the Master Sword, these are all timeless. The game itself is timeless. And you have characters like Zelda, you have characters like Link, and obviously they are the protagonists, like Zelda and Link. But you also have interesting characters, like some of them I've included here. And what is a Zelda game without interesting characters? I mean, it's more about the world and the people who live in it than the actual main story itself. For the kiosk, I think that's a very big part in bringing the theme to life. In Hyrule, because what is better than having this world that you are so connected to, that's so special, that you're familiar with, to come to life? The booth would be amazing, and there'd be so much opportunity and potential in there. And if you can hear the music starting, we could play music in the booth, which is a really important part in most Zelda games. I recreated the castle over here. I included things like the Triforce, a banner. Wow, Mom. Anyways, yeah. And I thought that we can include little Easter eggs, like the Kuko, like the locked door, like Link on the walls. These stained glass windows I thought were beautiful, and we could project them onto the wall and paint them. Another idea was the Lost Woods. This one is a little harder to pull off, I guess. The Lost Woods are really interesting as well. You should search that up. It's basically a maze where the Master Sword lies. And there's a lot of interesting characters and a lot of information from there as well. The video is really important to show off our school, and that's what I want to do, is to showcase our school. I thought the storyline would play out like a basic Zelda game. I'm not quite, I'm not set in stone. This is a little, just a little idea. Excuse the quality of the work, but yeah. So let's start out Zelda CRC room, and I was thinking we could take the departments of the school and turn them into temples. So you have a temple of Phys Ed, where Link runs the Spartan race. I think that's a cute idea. The Temple of Illusions with drama and theater needs work, but I just had like Link writing like the ferment test or something. I don't really know. And then eventually you unlock the CRC room, and you get to open it, but then it locks behind you, so you're locked in the CRC room, like a lot of Zelda dungeons. And then yeah, this is Ganondorf. I tried. I'm sorry, but he just says, you know. Hyrule is mine now, the Triforce will be mine, you'll never escape this room, and then it would outline the tasks, like here. And you're stuck in the CRC room, and Zelda would probably just say what the task is, and say that it's to get out of the room, or it's to help stop Ganon's minions from wreaking havoc on Hyrule. The website is the least of my concern. I think that we should keep it simple. I think that we could do a lot of cool stuff with it. I was just thinking, like, you know, the classic Zelda colors, green and gold. It captured the essence very, very well. And just before I leave here, I'll just show you the little thing I made on webs.com. This is not what it would look like, but like I get it. You know, it's Legend of Zelda. You can recognize it. And obviously we would do better than this, but you know, we'd have like a little logo for this title to sit in, include more Zelda relevant backgrounds, and this is just with the things that they provided to me, you know, like I think just keeping it simple, keeping it to the colors would be the best. So thank you for listening. I hope that you kind of saw what I had in mind, and I mean obviously like this is not like what's going to happen. I mean, you can imagine, by the time we're done with this theme, we would have created something so magical. And I hope that you'll let us, as a whole, to work on this and play with this, because there's so much in Legend of Zelda, and I haven't even like covered it all. Yeah, and the thing is with Zelda, I know a lot of us can at least recognize it, and we have played it, and when it's like nostalgic like it is to me, it's really special. And I hope that everyone else who hasn't can appreciate it, because I mean, like, you don't have to be a master chef to be able to experience good food or taste good food, and that's kind of a weird metaphor, but yeah, I hope that we do a good job so that people can appreciate the work we've put into it, and they can follow along with like our video. They can understand the majestic kind of structure of our kiosk. I really hope that you will allow us to put the work into making this something great. Yeah. Have a good lunch. Mr. Jobs, don't forget to count me and Kathy's votes. And vote for Zelda.